Hello and welcome to the Spirit of 76 Museum in Wellington, Ohio. My name is Becky Norton. I'm a board member here at the museum, and I'm with Jenny Arntz, who is the director of Main Street Wellington and our videographer. Once in a while you might hear her voice if I ask her a question. Today we're going to talk just a little bit about Archibald Willard. If you'd seen any of our videos before, I made mention of Willard when we were talking about the Willard Initiative, which is the museum project of restoring and stabilizing 3 large Masonic teaching charts that we have. Now these teaching charts are 13 feet by 11 feet, so it's quite a large project for us. But I made mention of Archibald Willard, the painter of the charts, but I really didn't tell you anything about him. Here in Wellington, most people know about Willard, at least the people who are homegrown. Willard was actually born in Bedford, Ohio, and when he was about 19 years old, his father, who was a minister, received a posting here in Wellington at the Christ Community Church. The Christ Community Church still exists today and still has a congregation that meets. We like to say that Willard is the least known artist of the best known painting because he did paint the Spirit of 76 painting as it has become to be known. Originally it was called Yankee Doodle, but because it was for the Centennial Exhibition in Philadelphia in 1876 and it represents the spirit of America from 1776, it just has become known as the Spirit of 76 Museum. And of course, you figured out already, that's why our museum is called the Spirit of 76 Museum. In fact, in Bedford, Ohio, there's also a Spirit of 76 Museum to commemorate Willard also. Most people know this image, but might not know much of the background of the painting and how it came to be. And I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about that right now. But the one thing that I want you to know about this painting was that since Willard lived in Wellington, a lot of the models that are in this painting were Wellington people or from the surrounding areas, one of the townships perhaps. And I actually have a family connection to the Spirit of 76 painting. So I'm going to introduce our mystery guest today, and we're going to chat a little bit about our connection to the Spirit of 76 painting. I would like to introduce my Uncle Gordon Greene, who's going to tell us all kinds of stories, I think. I need to lose some weight to get through there.
That's fine.
So Uncle Gordon,
Yes.
we want to know if you remember any stories that you heard as a kid about our connection to the Spirit of 76 painting.
Well, all I remember is he come from Vermont, I think, and he was 12 years old.
Okay.
And he went to Brownhelm and lived there for some time before he come over where I live now.
Now who are you talking about?
Freeman.
Freeman Greene, and this is his picture right here in the center.
Yes.
Okay, so he would have been your...
Great-grandfather.
Okay.
And he posed for the middle gentleman in the picture until they went to Cleveland. And then, of course, you know, he either rode a horse or walked in the mud. They didn't have any roads back then. And he thought it was far enough to come to Wellington. So he didn't want to go to Cleveland. So they replaced him with Willard's father, I think, and finished the painting.
Yes,
so
yes.
We didn't get real deep into it.
Now, did you ever hear the story of your grandfather telling about his father quitting as the model?
No, I don't think I did.
Well, Scott Markle, who is also one of our board members, was looking through some of the old Wellington enterprises and came across an interview of great-grandpa Freeman's.
Freeman.
Yes, Freeman. Well, no, Freeman's son.
Oh, Freeman's son.
Freeman's son, and he said that his father said that the painting wasn't going to amount to anything anyway, so he quit because it was just too much to go into Cleveland.
That's right.
So I thought, our claim to fame could have been that he was the model,
Yeah.
but he was just almost the model. So you're sitting next to this drum. Do you have any stories about that?
Well, of course, we used to pound on it a lot.
Wow.
When we were kids, your dad and I,
Uh-huh.
and of course, Grandpa Greene, his son,
Yes.
played it in every Memorial Day that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And when your dad and I got old enough, why he insisted we play, so we had little drums that we played on
Yeah.
and marched. And so, and then of course, our dad marched some too. And we always had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think how Grandpa Greene, Uncle Gordon's dad, donated this drum, and one of the reasons why we are so proud to have it is because this is the drum that Willard painted in the Spirit of 76 paintings. And in many of them, you can see this exact design on the painting drums. And so the museum was very, very glad to get this and have it on display, along with one of the fifes that Hugh Mosier used. Now, I don't think this one was the one that he used in the Spirit of 76 painting.
No, I don't think so.
His great-granddaughter has the original one, and so we're hoping at some point that she might want to donate that to the museum also. I have here some pictures that you might want to see. This one,
Yankee Doodle.
yeah, this one is Yankee Doodle. The Spirit of 76 painting was actually based on this sketch. And this sketch is 3 members of the Brighton Fife and Drum Corps that used to come to Wellington. Brighton's 6 miles away from here. And they used to come and march in the parades. And these guys were just fooling around. I would imagine maybe this one was Freeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, my great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of getting ready to get lined up for the parade. And then when the centennial was being planned in Philadelphia, Willard's let's call him a dealer in Cleveland, wanted Willard to paint something that would express the spirit of the country to enter into the exhibition. And so he started to paint this, but decided that that wasn't very good. It needed to be more serious. And that's how he came up with the Spirit of 76 painting. And so we're very proud that our family had a little part in it, even though they didn't think much of the painting at the time.
Right.
If you want to see the painting, the original painting, or the original, because actually there are about 26 original paintings, Willard would paint them and change each one of them just a little bit so that they were all originals. Some of them will have a cannonball flying, and some of them you can see like Revolutionary War cabins behind the trio. I thought that was pretty smart of him to do. But anyway, the original one was purchased by Henry Devereux's father. And Henry Devereux was the model, the younger drummer boy, and he was a cadet, a military cadet in Cleveland, and so he could pose. His father was big into railroads, very, very wealthy, and he bought the painting after the exhibition was over and it had gone like on a world tour. And it is now in the Marblehead, Massachusetts, Abbey Hall, their town hall. And Scott Merkel, our board member, has been there to see it, and he said it's so impressive because it's huge and it looks like they're marching right at you. In fact, if we can get Scott sometime to dress up as Willard, because he has done that in the past and is very, very good with his portrayal of Willard and the things that he's done. So anyway, so this is our family connection, and I tried, in my old days when I was a school teacher, I would try to tell my students that you never know what you do that's just a common thing that you don't think about that ends up being history. And we see that time and time again, that history's made up a lot of just ordinary people. But great-grandpa, who is in this picture, we call him Old George. He was George Willis Greene, and he's here with Hugh Mosier, the fifer. Did march in many, many Memorial Day parades and a part of the Brighton Fife and Drum Corps. And we have a picture up here next to Uncle Gordon, and Great Grandpa is there on the left.
Oh, yeah.
And the gentleman on the right is a grandson, or was a grandson of Hugh Mosier.
Yeah.
And I think this was taken in 1955 after Memorial Day in May, and he passed away not too long after that. So he was very faithful. And here is a picture of him, younger than the other picture, but older than the one with Hugh Mosier. And this is a Brighton Fife and Drum Corps, or part of it, before a parade. So thank you for watching our video, and we're going to go on and film a couple more, so watch out for another video featuring Uncle Gordon.
Becky, one thing I might add.
What's that?
It's a little funny, I think. They said, and I don't know whether it was the Spirit of '76 or that one, but they were trying to get Willard to paint it, people, and one of the fellows told him, he said, well, we could probably sell 50,000 of them sketches. It probably was that one there.
Yeah.
And finally they talked to Willard, and he finally said, if I can find Three-Fingered Dick, I'll do it. And they called Freeman. He only had 3 fingers, but it said it never bothered him playing drum. He could flip the old
wow.
things right up in the air and catch them. So I just happened to think of that. So
that was even better yet. That because Willard could get his favorite drummer, he would paint the picture.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for watching.
Yes.